Hi guys, I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Nikki.
And this is vlog 4. Today we're going to be talking about tips to remember when you're applying and filling out your web interview.
Okay, so when you apply, there's a couple steps and there's a couple things that you'll need. So, let's see how well I remember all this. So you click it and then it asks you for your email and a password. So you set up an email and a password, and then the next step you'll fill out your basic information like you would if you were applying for like a normal job at like Taco Bell or something, not a sponsor. And then they start asking you for your school like information,
any job experience, including volunteer work. I actually would suggest before you apply, you should write down some things that you want to remember to put on there, because for me, I'm like so excited, I'm like, I'm applying, oh my gosh, and then I forget what I was going to put in there. So just kind of make a quick list of things that you're afraid you might forget to put in.
Yeah.
Because those few things could be the difference between you getting an acceptance or being rejected partially.
We went to a trade school during high school, East Valley Institute of Technology, and we also put that on our application, and I don't know if it helped or if it didn't help, but hey, there's that. Yeah.
I don't think it could have hurt, so.
Yeah, so, you know, if you did that during, like if you did trade school during high school, or if you did trade school before you went to college, put that down, because those count. They ask you for your criminal background or your history or whatever. Be honest with it. Put everything on it, even like you stole candy from a candy store. Even if it's like, you know, you just did something really minor and you're like, oh, Disney won't care. That was like 4 years ago when I was 15.
And stupid.
Yeah. No, seriously, put it down. Don't forget anything, because the first check-in day just happened this past Monday on January 12th. Oh, a couple people got termed for just not being honest on their application or their phone interview with withholding information of their criminal background. And it was just little things. It wasn't even like, it was like petty theft. It wasn't anything.
So yeah, be honest. If you're a criminal, tell them. And if you're not, but you did something criminal, you gotta tell them.
What else?
Along the lines of honesty, be sure you know what roles you're interested in when you're applying. Because you shouldn't just put high interest in everything just because you want to be accepted.
And then you're gonna end up with something that you don't want.
Like housekeeping or something where people are terrible to you and you have a nervous breakdown and you end up self-terming because you hate your life.
Don't just put like high interest on something like that, or like something that you're not really sure you would be interested in doing, but only putting high interest on it because you're like, oh, I just want to get in the program. Here, it's not gonna be good. And if you really don't want to do something, like I did not want to do quick serve food and beverage, because that's what I did here in Arizona.
She worked at a sandwich place.
A sandwich shop, and I'm okay with food, but I don't want to work in it when I'm at Disney, and so like I put no interest on that one, and I didn't get it, so
I think it worked.
Yeah, they won't. Okay, so they'll give you jobs that you have low interest on, but they won't give you jobs that you have no interest on, because they want you to at least be somewhat happy. And sometimes your opinion can get changed and persuaded in different directions, like so.
What else?
I guess that's it for the application, is it?
You have to have, did you say you had to have your social security number?
Oh yeah, you have to have your social security number.
If you have a driver's license, you should have it with you, because I think they ask for like the number on it or something. I can't remember for sure, but I feel like that was in there.
Yes, it was. In the United States, you're supposed to have some sort of ID once you're over 18, so
yeah. That's
they'll ask you for your ID number.
Yeah, they ask you for the ID number on your card.
Make sure you know your birthday. Make
Yeah.
sure you're 18. Make sure you're in college.
Make sure you do not apply more than once.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
Don't apply more than once. Basically, if you do that,
You'll
You're
automatically get an LIC.
Yeah.
You're no longer in consideration.
yeah,
Yeah.
not okay.
Don't apply more than once.
And don't apply for other people. Like, if you want somebody to
Like,
go,
You want your boyfriend Joe? Like, don't just like apply for him. So they'll be like, what?
yeah. And like, if he actually gets through the whole process because you filled it all out, and then he has a phone interview and you're the one talking for him, and be like, I thought you were a guy. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm doing it for my boyfriend. It's like, I don't think I've ever heard of that happening, but if you think about it, just don't.
All right. And then the WBI, the web-based interview. All right. So it's kind of annoying. It's the most annoying, like,
It's tedious.
it's long and,
Repetitive.
so many jobs do it. Take your time, but don't take too much time because after like a minute or so, I think it
Yeah.
switches over. Because I remember I missed, like, I accidentally clicked the wrong. Okay, so here's another thing. If you click an answer, it automatically goes to the next, like, question.
Mm-hmm.
Then another one, I like got distracted and like was texting. And I was texting my friend and
Doing my WBI, so nervous. Gosh, I hope I pass.
something like that. So the point is don't have any distractions when you're doing your WBI. Even though I did pass it, it was, I don't know. I started freaking out. I'm like, I'm not gonna pass this. But don't let anyone do your WBI for you. Do it yourself.
Be honest. Like, again, honesty. Seriously.
Yeah.
Just do it, okay?
Even if
Just
you-
be honest.
Yeah, like, even if you have like a hard time understanding the questions, just try to think about it. Just be like, because sometimes they are a little bit worded weirdly and tricky, and you just, think about it to the best of your ability. I know some people who they took it the first time that they applied and they answered it brutally honestly, and then they applied it the second time and answered like a cast member would, and then they got accepted. I mean, obviously that's going to get you accepted because that's what Disney wants in their employees. They want a perfect, dazzling person, but no one is that perfect and dazzling. So just be honest. I was pretty honest. Like,
What?
oh well. Anyways,
Disney does what it wants. That's
do
my
what they
motto. They do what they want.
what they want.
Yeah.
But like right after your interview, your web-based interview, it'll pop up to screen and it'll be like, schedule your phone interview, and that's how you know you passed. Like, it's super like quick and like, what? But some people did have to wait a little bit longer. I know a couple people got put in like pending like after, and I think that was because like Disney wasn't sure. Like they were like,
Yeah.
not sure if they wanted to move them forward. You will know if you don't pass right away. Yeah, it's pretty simple. So there's really no waiting process. Like, if you're pending after the web-based interview, that's because they need to like look at something because something raised a couple flags, but you're still a candidate. And people have gotten accepted even though that happened.
Yeah. And this is gonna be terrible. If you're part of a Facebook group for whatever program it is you're applying for, don't take a screenshot of every single email you get and then post it on the page and say, did anybody else get this? Because I'm pretty sure other people got it. And it's completely normal. You get all sorts of crazy emails. Don't freak out, okay? The only time you should freak out is if it says, thank you for applying, we do not want you to work for us, or whatever it says. That's the only time you should be worried about the email that you got.
Yeah. Now, here's some honesty, like some brutal honesty right here. 32,000 people apply, only 4,000 people get in.
Yeah.
So you have a 1 in 8 chance. Sounds a little bit nicer than those bigger numbers. But, so don't be too hard on yourself if you don't get in the first time. You do have other chances to apply.
Especially if you're earlier on in your college years, I guess. Like if you're a freshman and this is your first time applying
8 tries.
and all of that, don't be disappointed when you get an NLIC because they like to accept people later on, and that way they, like if it's their last chance and they feel like it's a strong candidate, they're probably going to hire them over you, the freshman. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. They usually do hire a lot of seniors, it seems like. I was surprised I got in. Like, honestly, I was like, oh, I'm not going to get in, I'm too young, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, they actually also hire a lot of alumni, people that have worked there before. And I kind of think that's a little bit unfair. I'm happy for them that they get to work there again, but it's a little unfair because there's so many other people that it's their first time applying, and it's like fresh blood and everything, and they want to learn, and they're so excited, they love Disney and all of that, and then they don't get in because an alumni took a spot that could have been theirs, which is okay. Again, I'm really
But don't be
happy.
discouraged when it happens, because it will happen.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Like, I know some people who this is like their 3rd program, so.
I know, it's like, geez, at this rate, you're never gonna graduate college, and you're just gonna keep working there, aren't you?
Just become full-time.
Yeah, just stay there.
Part-time or seasonal or something.
Yeah.
So there's that. So that's basically the application process. You guys have a magical day.
Bye.
Bye.